Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do the school year survival kits. I had posted a picture of my summer survival kits that I made. Those were for female teachers and office staff. For those, I had the pencil vase as an actual vase. I had flowers in it. And then I did my mason jars, decorative lid, and pretty straws. The mason jars, 12 pack at Walmart, less than $10. You get a 4-pack of the lids, and I think it's an 8-pack of the straws. Super cheap too. So if you're doing multiple ones, it's definitely better to buy in bulk. You can also get already made, if you don't want to do this, separate pieces at Walmart and Target and stuff too. Like the pretty lids in plastic jars. I use the glass. For the summer survivals, I filled with candy and had a little card that correlated with the candy. This is for a male teacher. My daughter's teacher is a male this year. And so I didn't do the fancy schmancy girly stuff. I did plain pencils this time. And I'm gonna give him a bottle of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is his favorite drink. So instead of doing the pretty girly thing, you can just do a drink or whatever you want to, or just the vase. As far as the supplies go that I used for the whole thing, the majority of the stuff I got from the dollar store. Pencils, super cheap. 24-pack for $1 at the dollar store, the plain ones. Decorative ones are a little more expensive, but they do have those at the dollar store or Walmart. Package of rubber bands, lifesavers, little foam sheets. I use these for this. Twine, super cheap. Nothing is very expensive. I have highlighters, markers, binder clips. Multi-pack of 12 at the dollar store was obviously $1, but you can get the decorative pretty ones at Walmart or Target. A little more expensive, but super cute. Again, I wasn't gonna do that for Mr. L, obviously. We went with black. Cap erasers, glue sticks. Pack of glue sticks, 15-pack at Big Lots for $2. I'm all about the cheap. So, we're gonna start. This is my vase. I have my pencils. I went ahead and figured out how many pencils I needed. So I'm going to show you guys how to get started. So now we're going to start first with the vase. Taking our pencils and gluing them onto the vase. With the ones that I did at the beginning of the summer, I didn't glue them onto the vase. I just used a rubber band and some ribbon, which worked out fine until I put water in them with the flowers, and the pencils ended up sliding off the vase. So you had to hold the vase by the bottom. So I've kind of learned gluing them on, it takes a little longer, and that was my issue with last year. It takes a little bit longer, but if you do it right, it's not so bad, and it also allows them to take the pencils off. With hot glue and glass, you can just pop them right off, no big deal. So to get started, I went ahead and laid my pencils out. I know how many pencils it's gonna take to go around this vase because I did it before. But take your pencils might be a little different because of the shape and size and what have you. Take your pencils, and what I did is I take a rubber band, I put it around the top, and then one around the bottom. It helps me to keep them in place as I'm working. I have my design all set up. I'm going to be alternating my pencils up and down. What that does is that allows me to have a clean edge around my vase. When you put them all like this, makes the bottom a little fatter than the top. So they're more likely to twist and turn, and you don't have such a clean surrounding the vase, clean line. All right, so what I do, I already have my little design set up here. So if you're doing like for the ladies and you have the printed ones, you wanna make sure that you have that ready. It just makes it a little easier. So to find out how many pencils you need, I just start here, maybe, and then I just go all the way around. I'm doing it in front of me because I want you guys to see. But whenever I did it myself, it's a little easier trying not to make it so that you can see. Oops. So you want to just go through and do this all the way around the vase, just so you have an idea how many pencils it's gonna take. Once you do the first one, obviously you're gonna know for the future ones, if you have the same pencils and vase, how many you're gonna need. Just makes it a little easier. So now we're gonna start gluing. Since we're gluing this time, and I'm not just gonna tie them on or strap them on with the ribbons or the rubber bands, I'm gonna go ahead and start. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just glue a little dot towards the top and a little dot towards the bottom of the pencil and just stick it on. That allows each pencil to be glued individually, and each pencil can just be popped off. So I'm just gonna start here, and mine have China written on them and then the number 2. Obviously I don't want that facing out, it's kind of ugly. So all of them I'm gonna take and put a little bead of glue right over where the number 2 is, and then right below where the China is. Just a tiny little bead there and there. And then I'm just gonna stick it on. Now I'm gonna do my first one with the pencil lead area down. And what that is letting me do is make sure that I'm gluing it straight. Okay. All right. And then you're just gonna continue that all the way around. Make sure that you're just doing a small little dot. And what that does is that it's gonna let them be able to pop that pencil off and use it if they need to. Some of them may not want to. They may like the vase look. But if they're in a bind and they need a pencil, they can always just pop it right off. And of course, hot glue can be messy. So if you get a little on the outside, it peels right off very easily once it's dry. So as you can see, it's just like that. And I'm just gonna continue all the way around the vase. So, all done. I went ahead and put it all together because you guys don't need help on how to shove things in there, and you don't have to watch me do that. So once I was done gluing the pencils, I went ahead and started filling my vase. For the girls, you would put flowers in the vase, and then you would put your supplies or candy in the drinking jar. For my teacher, the male, I went ahead and put my supplies in the vase, and I'm gonna give him a Mountain Dew because that's his favorite drink. So I have my pencils on the outside. On the inside, I went ahead and put some tissue paper. Just like standard white tissue paper I got from the dollar store. Balled that up, put that in the bottom. And then I put some Lifesavers. Lifesavers, cheap and easy, good play on words for them, and it helps to kind of fill up some of that empty space. Once I was done with that, then I put my markers and highlighters, staggered my glue sticks a little higher, and to hold everything in place, I wedged in there my clips and erasers. That helped to kind of give everything the right height and hold things in place. At the back, I put my bubble stick and then my balloons. So because it's for the guy, I didn't do a lot of girly stuff. This is the school year survival kit. Obviously, you can make whatever you want and put whatever items on the inside. For the survival kit, I put a little something to help you hold it together. That's the clips that I put in there. To help you put your mark on their lives, the markers. For you to help them erase bad habits, erasers. For the times you don't want to burst their bubbles, bubbles. To help you remember you were the highlight of the class, highlighters. For when you feel stretched to the limit, that would be the rubber bands, sorry. So you know you are the glue that helps them put it all together, glue sticks. Because sometimes you just need to blow something up. We all know we do with kids, balloons. So you always remember you are a lifesaver, lifesavers. So there you go. That's our guy teacher little gift, nice little school year survival kit. I like the school supplies for the beginning of the year. So that's kind of why I did this along with you can definitely girlify it up. And then you can always give them the candy and the jar with the lid and straw if you want to do that too. And throw some candy in there for the ladies. We all love some chocolate. I did the flowers and just the candy for the summer because they don't need all the school supplies for the summer. They're over school supplies. So that's my little summer survival kit, or I'm sorry, school year survival kit, and then also the summer. And I'm sure that you guys will do wonderful with making yours.